Yeah, I don't know. Who are you? I don't know you.
Okay.
Okay. Wait, what were we saying before? Oh, what did I do? Okay, what happened was I had like a temper tantrum with my dad. What happened was my dad keeps asking. So it was back in Halifax. Okay, this is what happened back in Halifax. My dad was like, okay, so what are you doing with your life? Like, why do you stay in Halifax? Do you see yourself staying in Halifax? Like, your job, is it gonna go anywhere? Are you gonna get promoted? What's gonna happen with your job, huh? This company, do you have rooms for growth in this company? And then he was like, what's your plan for your life? Huh? What is your plan? And then he was like, oh, why do you even stay in Canada? So many other kids, they came back from abroad and they're making so much money every year. Like, look at the amount of money you make. That's so little. And then he said, I said this on stream actually. I should share that with my chat when it happened. But back then my chat equals like 3 people. And then he ended his speech with, you used to be such a good kid.
Whoa!
That
Ouch.
triggered me so hard. I'm like, what do you mean I
heck,
used
dude?
to be a good kid? What do you mean I used to be, huh? Now I'm just this trash? Like, do you think I'm doing trash now? Like, what? I'm here, I'm doing my heart. I got this, blah, blah, blah. And then I was so mad. I just I started giving him my temper tantrum. Gigi the Arleos, I'm not Arleos. Your dad who never stops working. Yeah, no longer good kid. I know, I'm no longer good kid. Still failure. I know. I'm like, okay. So I'm still like, what do you mean? I used to be a good kid. And then my dad is like, no, that's not what I meant. You know, I just want the best for you, and I think you have so much potential. You could achieve so much more. You have so much good quality. You're such a good kid. I'm actually really proud of you. And he started crying, and I was still pissed at him. And all of a sudden, he started crying. So then I'm like,
God, you made your dad cry.
I know, but what am I supposed?
I mean, I guess you did say that. You shouldn't have said that, but also you made him cry.
Anyways, it was very awkward. I'm like, wait, I'm still mad. Why? And then he started crying, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do now?
So like,
So then, I'm like, oh, okay.
you made dad cry.
And I think he just like started giving me another speech of how much he's proud of me, and then he just like, okay, I gotta go, and then he just left.
He probably went and then went to his room and cried in his
Oh yeah, and that's actually like a big family drama moment. Hi, Blue Pill. That's actually a big family drama moment. That's when I decided no matter how long I have to quarantine, I have to go home and see my parents. Because then my dad went to his room to continue crying. Then my mom picked up the phone and she was like, oh, you shouldn't have yelled at your dad. He was like, he really misses you. He just thinks you have so much potential that you could have achieved so much more in life. And then she was like, your dad really like actually is so proud of you, and he cares so much about you. And then she said, your dad doesn't want me to tell you, but he was crying because you couldn't be home for the Chinese New Year. And he's like, he really missed you. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Now this thing just got a bajillion times more awkward, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh no. Oh, okay. And then mom's like, okay. And then my mom started crying. And I'm like, oh my god, what?
You made both of your parents cry.
My mom started crying, and then my mom's like, okay, now, it's okay. We trust that you can figure your life out. You're a grown person. You can take care of yourself. Okay, we'll talk to you later. And then she hung up, and I was sitting there completely like, did not know what to do. I know. The thing is, my family is not a cry family. Like, nobody in my family cries. So whenever I cry, I get beaten up.
What the fuck?
So then, I don't know how to react. I was sitting there just completely like dead silence. Yeah. But then I was like, oh, poor dad. Gigi Ai, so grown up and responsible now. Your parents sound like great people. They are great people. I cannot see the stream anymore. through my tears. Oh my god.
You mean both of your parents cry?
If you cry, you catch a fade. Okay, so what is catch a fade?
What is catch a fade?
I don't know. So basically what happened when I was a kid is I used to cry, right? And then whenever I cry, my parents would be like, stop crying! Why are you crying? And then, you know, normal kids when you cry, they're like, oh, poor you, what happened? Don't cry, okay? Whenever I cry, my parents like, stop crying, why are you crying, huh? What? You think you blah, 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 blah. And then I'm like, it's not that I want to cry, my tears come out of my face uncontrollably. And then they're just like, okay, stop crying now. And then they yell at me for crying. So now
That's why you don't cry anymore.